What are three pieces of advice you can give to a person preparing for an interview?
You need to prepare, you need to research, you need to try to get the names of the people that you're going to be meeting with and do some research on them. Circling back to Raymond's point about having a conversation, if you see somebody's LinkedIn profile and you have something in common with them, there, right then and there, that's really something easy to discuss. So it's all about preparation and being ready to have this conversation with them.
I think Zoom and virtual interviewing has advantages, it has disadvantages. I think from a candidate perspective, you don't get that like face-to-face interaction. Maybe you're not in the office, you're not getting that feel and that vibe, that you usually would, and that most of us typically had to go through when we were interviewing before COVID. But now you're in the comfort of your home, or ideally in the comfort of your home, right? So like, I think you should walk in feeling confident, but you also should feel comfortable because you're in your room. You can close your door quietly. You can light your candle. You can create the vibe and the mood that you need to get ready, however that may be. And I hope that you have quiet spaces and quiet places, because I know that can be a little frustrating. And I know interviewers and hiring managers, they do look at that. So ideally, if you are virtually interviewing, do your best to make sure that you are in a quiet space. Someone just asked the question around turning your camera on. Absolutely turn your camera on. I know Zoom has filters that make you look more glammed up than maybe you already are. Turn on the filter if you have to. Don't worry about doing makeup and all that, but look your like look your best and feel your best. Like if you even if you have on pajama bottoms on, but you have on like a nice sweater or a nice top, that's fine. No one's gonna see your pants. But try to like create a serious environment that's going to make you feel good and make you feel confident, because confidence is, it's not all the job, but it is some. People want to feel like you're showing up, and you're doing your best to show them that you want it. I hear that sometimes in feedback. Well, we just didn't feel like she like really wanted it. And it's my job as a recruiter to kind of get them away from that, and try to get to the skills. But people kind of comment on that at times. Like, I don't know if you really wanted it that badly. You didn't show it. You didn't bring that energy, and that's another conversation. But you want to at least do your best to show that you want the job and you want to be a part of the organization. So do your best virtually. I know it's not easy, but create the best environments for you that you're going to feel comfortable in.
Yeah, just a plus one with definitely turning your camera on, because I mean, especially if the interviewer is going to have their camera on, definitely you should have your camera on too, because I mean, you want to, it's face-to-face interaction. That's always good. But another tip that I have, I guess, just for preparing for the interviews, there's so many resources out there now, like Glassdoor, right? Blind, YouTube. There's so many resources where you can literally find what questions might be asked on those interviews. So just do your due diligence, find out what some potential questions might be, and create a doc, right? Go and answer all those questions. You don't, I am super against reading off a script, but try to put some bullet points underneath those questions just so that you have some things to talk about. Again, use those highlight reels, use the stories. And one thing also, I just am a big fan of first impressions. You're going to likely get asked, tell me about yourself. So when you answer that question, don't tell your life story, but talk to them a little bit about how your history and your experience relates to this background. Try to keep things nice, clear, and concise. So yeah, that's probably my tips.
Make sure to check out the My Career tab on the BC Navigator app, where you can track your career progress based on the amount of credits you've earned, stay updated on upcoming events from the Magner Center, and watch our videos for insight and advice on your career field.